Well, we got the ski apart, and it turns out that the problem was a little worse than we anticipated. The rod bearing on the crank, where it attaches to the crank, is shot. As you can see here, there's actually no rollers there, and then on the other side there's some of the rollers, and they're sideways, and you can see the rod staying in place where it should be completely loose, like this one just falls down. So this one's just completely shot, and turned out to fling metal particles all the way through the engine, and ruin this piston and the cylinder. So we're gonna have to send the cylinder off. But yeah, you can see here some of the damage that it caused, and then on the dome, shot metal chunks into the dome. But yeah, so that was the cause of our failure. All these other bearings are fine. It's just this one. This one does feel like it's going out though. So after about 8 years, she finally let go. What we're going to do now is send the cylinder off and have him bore out the cylinder for a bigger piston, and go ahead and port the cylinder for a little bit more power. So that should be a little fun boost in performance once we get it back put together. But while we had this apart, there was another couple of things that we noticed. The water box had a groove in it. It didn't go all the way through, luckily, but there was a pretty big groove in the side of it from the steering cable. So we had to patch that with a JB weld, fill it in just to be safe. And then if you can see here, the steering cable had almost completely gone through. Let's see if I can. Almost completely gone through, and we would have lost steering. So we did find that, and what we're going to do is we got a factory steering cable coming, and what we're going to do is we're going to wrap it in another hose, just like a rubber hose on top of it in that area to prevent that from happening again. We also found that the rubber pads the gas tank was sitting on started to come unglued, so we're going to go ahead and re-glue those, clean under the motor, and we're going to be switching to a primer over the choke. Most people go with this type of primer. Let's see if I can get it out of here. This type of primer, and works really well. It's what we'll probably do on my dad's Superjet, but for mine, I got the rubber ball that you push, and we're going to try that one out on mine just for fun. And finally, when we took the motor out, we didn't want to take apart the electrical box, so what we did was we cut the stator wires, and I don't necessarily recommend this yet. I want to test it out, but we got some Deutsch connectors for the stator. We're going to try those out. They're waterproof, and see if we can get that so we don't have to worry about getting into the electrical box, and we can just disconnect this so it's easier to pull the motor if we need to pull the motor in the future. But we'll also probably shorten this just a hair, and we got it. The stator part that connects to the front of the engine, we're going to make that wire really long, and it's going to travel through this through the carburetors, in between the carburetors and the motor, and come back here, and that's where we'll have the connector. We'll have the connector back here just so the wires are plenty long if there's ever an issue. But we'll keep you updated on that, see how that works out with the amperage and everything. But that's about it for our main update on the Superjet. She'll definitely most likely be out for the season, but when she comes back, she'll be better than ever, and should have a little bit more power to her. Till then, we've been rocking the factory Superjet, or closer to factory Superjet in the SXR, so not too bad of a situation. We'll probably be going out today. But thanks for checking out the update, and we'll keep you up to date on some of the little projects that we got with the primer ball and the connectors. I'll have a video up on those soon, so check those out. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.